Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Self Leadership Lab, a podcast where we explore self leadership so we can learn to lead ourselves and show up for others. Today, I want to take just a very brief moment, not to interrupt your Christmas holiday or your time with your family or loved ones, but I wanted to share a message because this week I listened to Christmas Carol and I was struck with the thought that Christmas carols come and go. We hear them every year, and we may ignore some of the meanings and some of the leadership lessons that we can get from them. So, in addition to celebrating this beautiful time of the season, the birth of our Savior, and all the glorious time that we have to spend with family and loved ones, to kind of reset ourselves, I just want to go through a simple carol, O Holy Night, because it struck me as I went through the words and the simple leadership lessons that I had missed for so long. So I just wanted to share this with you all, and I hope you get something out of this as I did. So, O Holy Night starts out, O Holy Night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Yeah, and it sets the stage for the story, but think about that. The stars are brightly shining. How often have we been outside at night, seen the stars brightly shining, and missed it completely? Didn't take the time to reflect on the beauty, the magnificence, the quietness that often comes on nights like those. It's a leadership lesson that tells us, be aware of your situation. Another leadership lesson that comes from this, when I thought about it, was sometimes bright lights can expose where we're at. What do you need to be exposed this Christmas season? What has been holding you back from leading yourself? Have you been doing the easy hard? Have you been doing what you do on a day in and day out basis for the pleasure of someone else? Maybe it's time to shine some light on that. One, accept the beauty of the light, but then really look at yourself. Take a quiet moment to reflect on this. The song continues. It says, long lay the world in sin and error pining, until he appeared and the soul felt its worth. Think about that. The world was living in sin and error pining. Not something that we really talk about in those terms, but man, what is going on in the world today? I would say that the world is pining, right? We have people fighting, people losing relationships over who they voted for, who they didn't vote for, getting angry about one side or the other, the dogmatic viewpoints, the groupthink, all these things. This was true back then, it's true today, but what's the difference? Because the song says, when he appeared, the soul felt its worth. Man, just take a second and think about the power of that phrase. The soul felt its worth. Let me ask you, when's the last time your soul felt its worth? I've spoken before about if a man gains the whole world but loses his own soul. Has your soul been lost? Or are you losing worth of your soul? Why don't we take this Christmas tune and start thinking about it? What can we do about that? How can we gain our soul back? Again, I repeat, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. The next phrase gives us even more hope and more direction as leaders. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. How about we make Christmas our new and glorious morn? How about we give ourselves the gift of leading ourselves, of finding work that matters to us, laying down aside the weariness, grasp onto the hope. Christmas is such a beautiful season, but if you're like me, many times I let it come and go. Sure, we have parties, family, friends, all the fun activities, but how much of our lives have we relied more on the parties, than the message? And the message is simple. It's a weary world, but we have hope, and a new day arises. A lot of people will start making New Year's resolutions for the next week. Don't wait a week. Start today. Start on Christmas. Like I said, give yourself the gift. If the gift is permission to change, or the gift is to stop being negative to yourself. If the gift is to start loving yourself again, I don't know what it is for you, but I know we can all give ourselves a gift. You know, we've heard this saying many times, it's better to give than receive. How much better would it be if you could give yourself something? And then imagine the gifts that that would entail. You'd be a better husband, better father, better son, daughter, whatever you are. You're going to be better. But you've got to take that faith. You got to have the hope that the song talks about. The thrill of hope. The weary world rejoices. I already talked about how the world, in my opinion, is weary. What can we do to change that? How can we change ourselves? How can we be less weary ourselves so we can then give that love, hope, promise to someone else? Well, it starts with giving ourselves the gift to make change. It starts with us giving ourselves the permission to lead ourselves, to really take the stars, the brightly shining, look at that thing. Don't be scared of it. Just change it. The verse has a second chorus. I'm not going to go through the lines of that one, but I encourage everyone, just look up the lyrics and think about those. But one thing on there is it says, to our weakness is no stranger. He knows our needs. To our weakness, there is no stranger. Imagine that. Are we holding ourselves back because of weakness? Are we holding ourselves because of self-doubt, insecurity, self-fear? This is the time. This is the season to change. I know a lot of times people don't really want to change in winter. It's cold, it's whatever, but what a great time. The world slows down. Maybe let's take this time to slow down and understand our weaknesses. And maybe that's the gift we give ourselves. So that comes from the second verse. The third verse, I think, is one of the most powerful. If it's not already powerful enough, this puts a bow on it. No pun intended or pun intended, I don't know. But it says, truly, he taught us to love one another. In his law and love, in his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother. And in his name, all oppression shall cease. I have poured out my heart about how we all need to love each other. But let's go look at the story of Christmas. The story of Christmas is all about love. And the gift that comes with that is that we can then love each other. The law is love and the gospel is peace. How many of us could use more peace in our lives? How many of us are running around stressed or worried or anxious or depressed even? We don't need to be. The gift has been given to us. So now we just have to take that gift and then apply it to our life and giving ourselves the gift of courage and all the things we talked about earlier. But imagine that. All your chains shall be broken. You don't have to be enslaved anymore to your own thoughts, to your past actions, your past insecurities. Christmas is a new beginning. It's all about birth. It's all about coming into our own. Hope, peace, all of that, love, only if we choose to accept it. I could give you the greatest gift in the world, but if you leave it under the tree, what good is it? Open that gift. Take that and lead yourself going forward with this. It says in the verse that in his name, all oppression shall cease. Easy for me to say. Sorry for messing up that word. But if all the oppression, if all the hate, all the discord that we all are bombarded with every day, if it could cease, how happy would that make you? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's here. You can do it. You choose whether or not you want to bring that into your life or you want to bring peace into your life. And it all starts with love. What a wonderful hymn to remind us of what is possible if we just apply it. I'll finish up the verse. It says, sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise. We let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise his name forever. His power and glory evermore proclaim. This further puts icing on what I've been saying. We have to accept this gift. We have to lift it up and we have to praise it. Just saying you want to change is not going to do it. I've said this before, and you've got to do something. But look at this piece of hope. Let all within us praise his holy name. maybe you're focused too much on yourself. And I know when I say self-leadership, you say, oh, it's all about self. Well, no, it's not about yourself in that context. What can you do to move yourself forward? Maybe you do need to praise. Maybe you do need to become more in touch with what's around you, to a higher power. You have to believe in something greater than yourself, or else this impression, this enslavement, this weariness will just continue. I love you all, and I want to thank you all for listening throughout the year and for giving me the opportunity to share many of the struggles and challenges and lessons that I've learned along the way. I am truly delighted to be where I'm at today, but as many of you, I'm still working on it. I still need to lead myself every single day. I still get weary. I still sometimes want to act without love. I still want to be unkind. But the more I think about it and know that there's hope, the whole event of Christmas is built on the hope that we can change. I'll go back in closing to the final, just the words that kind of wrap it all up to me. For yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. As we enter Christmas tomorrow, a new morn. For those of you who have children, you're going to see the excitement in their eyes. For those of you who are going to see family or friends that you haven't seen in a long time, I'm sure it's very exciting. Take that excitement and bring it into your everyday life. This all can be possible if you lead yourself. Don't let the struggles, weariness, all the things that brought you down this past year, just leave them. Just leave them there. Leave them in the manger. Leave them in the story. Leave them wherever you are now and start moving forward. Make Christmas Day the day you give yourself the gift of leading yourself. I love each and every one of you. I thank you for listening. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a great time to stop, reflect, and start leading yourselves. Until next time, I'm Bobby Shelton. Keep leading yourself. Give yourself the gift, whatever it may be this holiday season, to move yourself to the person you want to be so you can serve and show up for others. God bless you all. Merry Christmas.